Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Surf's Up from Teen Beach Movie. And it starts out with this cool little lead-off lick where you could play 4th fret on the low E string, and then we do a hammer on the 5th fret on the low E string. So you got 4, 5, so I'm kind of playing the 4 and kind of putting my finger down with enough force to get the sound to carry the 5th fret. So you might want to kind of do that to kind of lead it off at the very beginning, that 4, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5, 5. And then the chord that would kind of back up that intro would be an A major chord. Let me play A major. First finger goes to the D string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, and the third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may want to just kind of work that as kind of downs through that part. That A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of working 8 downs on each chord. Or a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting or kind of support my voice, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the A and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up. Now if you wanted to sound a little bit more rocky though, you could use something called an A5 power chord. And there's a couple ways you could play A5. You could do the A string and the D string of the A chord if you wanted to sound really, really happy, or really heavy through that part. Or you could even take the first finger and go to the 5th fret on the low E string, 3rd finger on the A string on the 7th fret, and if you strum the E string and the A string together, that sounds an A5 power chord too. And if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could even kind of get that power chord idea to kind of work that lick from the beginning. So you can kind of take what we were doing as a hammer on, and then work it as a slide between the on the 4th and 6th frets for a G sharp 5, slide to a 5th fret, 7th fret for an A5. So you may want to kind of think about that too. That could be kind of a cool way to kind of work it through that intro too. And then from there, then we go into our verse part. And our verse starts on the A major. We do the A major 4 times, but then we go to a D major chord. And when we play D major, first finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E on the 2nd fret, third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string and the high E string, that sounds a D major chord. That sounds really, really happy. And then from the D major, we're going to be going back to our A major chord, and then doing another A major, and then we do another 3 A's, and then at the very, very end, actually on the very end, it sounds like there's a E major chord. When we play E major, first finger goes to the G string on the 1st fret, second finger on the A string 2nd fret, and third finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. So we could kind of try that verse with just our down, down, up, down, up. And we'd have A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, D, down, down, up, down, up. Now you also hear these cool little licks through that part. Or around the A chord, you could play 3rd fret on the low E string, 4th fret on the low E string, and then 5th fret on the low E string. So it's this cool little A lick where you got 3, 4, 5 on the low E string, 3, 4, 5. And if you wanted to, you could even back that up with power chords by starting on a G5 power chord with first finger on the low E string 3rd, third finger on the A string 5th, and then kind of make that a power chord lick instead. So G, G sharp, A, 3, 4, 5. You'll kind of hear that idea come in for the D chord, so we can kind of shift strings. And if you put the first finger on the A string 3rd, third finger on the D string 5th, then you can kind of work the A string and the D string as a C5 power chord, C sharp on the 4th and the 6th fret, and then D5 on the 5 and 7. So you may want to kind of try and back up that lick that way too. Or you could just play the single notes 3, 4, 5. It sounds really cool to kind of do the power chords through that part. And then back to your A lick, and then you have your build up, and you can even kind of just go back to those downs. Actually, you probably want to take a little bit of all these ideas and kind of mix them up and how you want to cover the song. And then from there, then we'd be going into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on the A major, but then we go to a G major chord, and we play G major. First finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, third finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if we strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the G, we go back to A major, but then we go back to G major, and then we go to a C major chord, and we play C major. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord. That sounds really, really happy. And then from the C, we go to a D major chord. But then we go to an E flat major chord. And one really easy way to make that change is to take the D shape, and if you slide it over one fret, now I've got first finger on the G string 3rd fret, second finger on the high E 3rd fret, third finger on the B string 4th fret. That's a really easy way you can use it for the E flat. And then we end up on kind of a big E major chord at the very end. And you may want to kind of cut that with kind of a down to kind of kill the strings. And sometimes you'll kind of hear this cool little lead off at the very end of that where you take 12th fret on the A string, and if you do a whole bunch of down ups on that, that's called tremolo picking. And then you kind of slide that down to the open A. 12, slide to the open A to kind of lead us into our next verse. So we tried that with our down, down, up, down, up. We'd have A, down, up, down, G, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, E flat, down, up, big E, tremolo, greatness, for surf. Or you could use the power chord idea and kind of work that through the chorus too, by doing the A5 power chord and then going to the G5 power chord on the 3rd and 5th on the low E and A string, and then back to the A5 and then back to the G5, and then you can kind of switch strings. First finger going to the A on the 3rd fret, third finger on the D string on the 5th fret, and kind of use that as the C5. And then if you slide that over 2 frets to 5 and 7, that's a D5. And if you slide that over one more fret to 6th and 8th, that's something called an E flat 5. So now I got first finger on the A string on the 6th fret, third finger on the A string or D string on the 8th, and then you can use that for the E flat, and then kind of slide that over one more fret to 7th fret on the A string, third finger on the D string 9 for an E5 power chord. You can even throw in that low E string to make that really heavy. So through that part, you could do it as kind of an A, G, or through that part, you could do it as kind of A, G, A5, G5, C5, D5, E flat, kind of an E push, tremolo into our next verse. Now, something else I'd think about adding actually is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the A major, you'd have the A string for your bass. So A with an A bass, down, up, down. On the D, you'd have the D string for your bass. On the E, you'd have the low E for the bass. On the G, we'd have the low E for the bass. And on the C, we'd have the A string for the bass. And on your E flat, you could kind of fake that on the G string if you wanted to kind of throw in the bass note for the E flat. So we try our next verse with kind of a bass, down, up, down, up. We'd have A with an A bass, down, up, down, up, A with an A bass, down, up, down, A with an A bass, down, up. With basses, we'd have A with an A bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, up, down, A with an A bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, B with a D bass, down, up, down, E flat, faking it on the G string, then come our E push, and then from there, then we'll be going into our next verse. And so you may want to kind of take a little bit of all those things that we're talking about and kind of mix them up. Those A licks around the A or the D, or kind of working that for the A idea, or you can kind kind of mix that up with the downs, or the power chord idea with the downs, or the bass down, up, down, up, and then the E. It's kind of open-ended idea, taking a little piece and kind of mixing it up and how you want to play it. And then from there, then we'll be going back into our chorus part. So we'll be back to A, G, we'd be going into our bridge part. And our bridge kind of stays around the A major. Go to more A, and more A, A, and then we kind of have an E push. And then there's crazy percussion. And you may want to try and find some sounds on your guitar to kind of work that up before you scream, "Surf's up!" And then we go into our outro chorus. So then we back to the A, G, A, G, A, G, C, D, E flat, E. And then at the very end we got a big A. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Surf's Up! So, good luck!